What's up, guys? Welcome to
Hey.
Bout It, episode 8. Today's topic, we were literally driving down the street and it was on a billboard. So, modernity has failed us.
First things first, I want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine, good company, Modern Classic. Check out their t-shirts. They're sponsoring me, keeping me looking nice and fly for this episode. Modernity has failed. Check them out at Modern Classic on Instagram, Twitter. That whole spiel. Support your local LA artist.
And Valentine's Day is coming up, ladies, so get your man a t-shirt. Sex is not a gift. Get him a present.
I also want to give a shout out to Pure Vape. Thank you for sponsoring this episode of Dude and Dime House About It. Modernity has failed us.
All right,
Take
guys.
us off, Gina.
Thanks.
Gina the Dime.
Thank you, Alex.
Give me the hot sauce.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, we were driving down the road, street, whatever, and there was a billboard, and it said Modernity has failed us. And it was really like a shout out to Lil Peep, and I thought it was like, well, what's up with this? And if you guys don't know, Lil Peep, he passed away from an overdose of pharmaceuticals. So I just
Xanax to be
Xanax.
exact too, yeah.
All these things you all love to take. But I just started thinking, like, why would it say modernity has failed us? And pharmaceuticals are so fucking easy to get now. And it's almost like you don't even have to look for them. You have to look for actual drugs, like, I don't know.
Acid?
Drugs.
Acid's not a drug.
Well, like,
Is
what
acid
you
a
would
drug?
consider,
Acid's
like,
a drug.
what you would consider, like, a drug.
You done acid?
You know what I mean? I've never done acid. Never want to. But, shrooms are cool. But, regardless, Xanax is easier to find than, drugs are, And
Well,
I thought that's weird.
Everything's easy to find. Everything, almost if you think about it, everything that's easy is probably not so good for you. Example, fast food. Fast food is fast and easy.
I don't think meth is.
Of course, meth and fast food don't compare. But what I'm trying to say is fast food's bad for you. It's easy to find. It's easy to get. Find literally in every corner. If you go to your underprivileged neighborhoods in your local town, I'm gonna make the assumption you can find methamphetamine.
Yeah, and now Xanax. So it's crazy to me how and Xanax used to be like this crazy upper class white people drug, like Coke.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's gone down to other low level cities.
Well, sometimes I'm driving down the freeway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving on the freeway, and I see someone just casually take a Xanax, take a volume.
Really?
I've seen it before.
You shouldn't drive on.
I know.
Those.
I know guys that just pop them like Tic Tacs.
Maybe you become immune.
I've taken a Xanax. I didn't like anything close to that feeling. I felt very sleepy.
I feel so tired.
I didn't feel very alive, very conscious. I'd rather be like my man right here, K. Dot. If I'm not smoking some weed, I'm kind of sober.
I mean, the thing about Xanax is it made me tired.
I drink whiskey too.
I took the Xanax to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And these niggas be, taking Xanax to go party. I couldn't stay awake. I wanted to go to sleep. So I just,
Well, but the whole thing is that if you beat the sleepiness, you get an amazing high. Do not try this at home, kids. I don't know this for a fact. I don't know if this is true. You might want to ask somebody. You might want to do your research,
or just not do it. Yeah, just don't do it. But regardless, is Xanax can get mailed to your house from your best local drug supplier. You're a doctor, and so I mean.
I just want to, just real quick,
what?
I feel so fucking cool doing this shit while we record. Go ahead.
Okay. So, I mean, has modernity failed us in the way that drugs are so easy to really get now? And it's not just, your usual drug. This is a drug that you can go and get prescribed.
Yeah.
You can get pulled over with it. Nothing's going to happen to you. You have a prescription for it. It's not like weed where it's you have this prescription, but it's weed. No, this is a pharmaceutical drug, and it's easy to get,
And if you don't know how weed got even it's the rap for being illegal, it was originally criminalized because of hemp.
Mm-hmm.
The cotton industry and the paper industry feared the hemp would come and take over.
Oh, well, that's always usually stuff.
So it wasn't even like, oh, it's a bad drug. That's the name they gave for the media to cause a frenzy. Mm-hmm. So you think pharmaceuticals have failed us, right?
Oh,
The most modern medicine has failed us. I agree. So let me just throw you another one. How I think modernity has failed us, because modernity, meaning the newer stuff, has done a lot of. I think it's done a lot of good. Technology is at its best, and it's only going to get better. I have no problem with technology. I have no fear of AIs or the future. That's just me.
I have a little fear of AI because I've seen a lot of movies. And if you haven't seen it, I know we've talked about it in one of our other
Spoiler
episodes. Alert. But what is that movie?
Ex Machina?
No, not even that one. That one was really fucking crazy. And if you haven't seen it, go fucking check it out. What's it called again?
Ex Machina. It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix and it's fucking creepy. But no, the one I'm talking about is the guy from Ant-Man.
With Miguel Peña?
Yes.
I remember the
name of the movie. But the whole thing is to have you have feelings for the AI, which usually you wouldn't have them because it's not a real person. But the movie is designed to have you have these feelings, and that's what I'm like, fuck.
Well, they did that before too with that Will Smith movie.
Yeah, but it had to like gradually be introduced to you. This movie, you thought they were just regular people, and that's what it's like with all this PC culture and shit. We're gonna have like AI rights and AI marches and whatever. I don't know.
Well, look, if somebody tells me we could download your consciousness so you could live another 80, 100 years in this new artificial body, I mean, I'd be down. Why not? Live longer.
He'd have to convince me.
But okay, well, this is kind of on topic. Do you think modernity has failed us with our access to information and technology?
No.
Wait. Okay. So you just said you watched the movie. Just hear me out. You said you watched the movie that trained your thoughts to be sensitive towards a robot.
Yes.
Aren't you kind of sensitive when your fucking phone falls? I'm not saying you, the dime, Gina. But people, oh, my phone fell. Oh, no, poor phone. I put it through so much. We give our cars names. We've already invested emotions into these machines.
But I don't think it's necessarily emotion. Like when you buy a car, you put a lot of money into that car. This is about to be your car for the next couple of years. Dude, you're like, this is my car.
Dude, think about this.
It's Dime, not like you can just get another one.
I'm sorry, Dime.
I know, I'm the Dime. You're the dude.
Dime, think about this, Dime. Think about this.
What?
We are nicer to our fucking phones than we are to each other.
Okay, but like,
let me take you down my path.
You can be a dick, and the phone's just not. It's gonna freeze, and I just restart it.
Let me take you down the path I was on.
Okay, Mr. High. I'm not even high.
I was in the restroom. I was taking a shit and I was scrolling through Instagram. We all do it. I'm smacking my lips because everybody does it. We're going to just act like the most enjoyable part of taking a dump isn't scrolling through Instagram. That's a lie. Anyways, read. So yeah, you can read. Yeah, okay. Good job doing that. Anyways, so I'm scrolling through Instagram while I'm taking a peaceful dump, processing all the nutrients I consumed that day.
Ew,
you know,
that's gross.
I did the horrible thing of jumping down the internet, the wormhole of the internet.
Why?
In this little universe we have in our palms. And I went through the comment section. And I was just reading comments, mean, awful things. I was reading just people on like websites like Roadstar or Complex or like the Shade Room. Probably honestly celebrities just talking shit, just talking mad shit. And then it hit me. Humans, biologically, we're just mean as fuck. Go ahead.
I think humans are insecure and jealous and all that ugly shit until you...
Well, biologically, we are that.
Biologically.
Biologically,
we
are that, yeah.
Self-work and getting to love yourself, I guess, to not be that person. Because most people, like, I don't write mean comments for the fuck of it. It's stupid.
Okay,
They're not gonna fucking read it. I'm not gonna.
Let me finish.
What the fuck is that gonna do for me?
Let me finish. So as I'm going through the fucking comments, and then it hits me like a little light bulb turns on in my head. Somebody that you notice how on Instagram there's only a like button. There's not a dislike button.
Well,
hold on.
Okay.
There's a like button, not a dislike button. Somebody smarter than me and you realized how irresponsible we would be with a dislike button.
Well,
but they're evil geniuses, so they created a comment section where the meanest, most fucked up shit in the world is said.
I mean, on YouTube, there's a like, a dislike, and a comment. So that's like balls out.
Hey, man,
you gotta be ready.
YouTube don't give a fuck.
No, they don't.
Hey, speaking of YouTube and how modernity has failed us, I hope we don't get taken down for what I'm about to say. But I just heard that YouTube is taking down alternative media content.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like, if you're talking about conspiracy theories like the Martin Luther King conspiracy or the JFK 9/11, YouTube's going to start flagging you and taking you down.
Really?
Or there was a conversation recorded between Jordan Peterson and another gentleman, and they were having an academic conversation regarding racism and the place of how America is standing. And they took it down. I heard this on Rogan. Rogan said he asked the lady at YouTube, well, what was the reason for it getting taken down? The reason was because somebody might find it offensive. So now... PC
culture, you damn it. Fuck, man.
Modernity has killed us.
I mean...
The problem with PC culture, part 2. Hey, I'm going to do a whole fucking series. We're going to do a whole fucking series.
Culture.
You know what? This is what we're going to do. We're calling it right now. It's on film. You're seeing it. Me and Dime are going to hit the streets of LA sometime soon, probably in the next month. And we're going to...
we are.
And we're going to fucking ask the radical question. We're going to do a social experiment. I want to know how people feel and think about politically correctness culture.
Ooh, I like your
Stay tuned, motherfuckers.
Because look, like... Modernity is more than just
I don't think
technology.
modernity has failed us. I think
it's sensitive.
I think modernity has given us too much wrong information. Too many bloggers and fucking people spilling their feelings about shit they aren't even educated on. Too many people. Hey man, it's okay, but you know what? We have a point. I feel like House Bout it. Our point is we're trying to make it think outside the box a little bit.
We're not fucking doctors. We're no scientists.
No. I'm a stupid ape. It's all good.
Well,
but
I went to college, but
yeah, I went to college too, nigga. I went to East LA College. What? Stand up.
But look, like I don't think modernity in terms of technology has failed us. I think it's only getting better and better. But in terms of as a people.
Modernity has made us more sensitive. That's what I was thinking.
Well, that's what I said. But more sensitive. But you also have to take an advantage too. What I wouldn't say failed us. Okay, I don't want the fucking communities just.
No one's gonna attack us. They haven't told us shit yet, and we call the trannies demons.
No,
we didn't do that. I'm just saying nobody's gonna talk shit about us if we do it. I'm just saying we did not do that. We love everybody equally.
Okay, but look, I'm saying it because
what I meant
you're gonna have to have conversations with your kids in the future because they might have like a trans person in their class, and they might have known them since they were like 5, and now at like 16.
It's a he.
Alejandro is Alejandra.
Why you gotta use my name?
Well, it was easy to transition.
I use my government name.
It was easy to transition.
They don't know me like that. They know me as Love Whisperer 69.
Or Stephanie is now Steven. And now you have to train your kid on like how he's supposed to behave or how she's supposed to behave. So I wouldn't say it's failed us, but it has made life extremely more difficult to explain. And I know people could, say it about a lot of things. Weed. We gotta explain to our kids like, hey, weed, you can't smoke it, but it's not bad.
Where did I get that from? Slow Whisperer 69.
I don't know. But We're gonna have to.
South Park. That's where I got it from. South Park. Yes, Love Whisper 69. It's
I don't know.
Kyle's dad.
I never watched South Park until we lived together, and I got addicted and recorded like all the episodes. And I was like, "This is so fucking awful." And his son was like, "Oh, can I watch?" And I was like, "I shouldn't even watch. This is an awful show." But it's like we're gonna have awkward conversations with kids nowadays because we're moving at such a fast rate, people-wise, I guess. And well, I wouldn't say it's failed us, but modernity.
I don't think modernity has failed us. I think, like I said, I think it's made us more sensitive. But to like kind of bounce off your idea, you kind of almost have to trace it back to our biology. We come from a community when we were apes where the alpha would have abuse towards the weaker ones. So we've always looked for that biological recognition. Now it's completely different because now you're the alpha if you're calling people out for being bigots or not being PC or not being accepting. It's what do you call it? It's like you're calling people out for being racist and prejudiced. You're calling people out for the obvious unsensitivity. You get recognized as a hero. He stands up for he stands up for everybody, and most of the time, not everybody used to be stood up for. I know it's fucked up to say, like the Gillette commercial. Everybody's been bashing about the Gillette commercial.
Let's talk about it.
And I was gonna make a whole fucking video on the Gillette commercial on my Instagram at Alexander's Planet, but I decided I was just gonna save it for the fucking video, dude. This is reality. I think there is a chance that there's some evil fucking witches out there who want to turn all men into females, and it fucking started with Bruce and fucking Hillary Clinton. They both used to be males, and now they made them females. And my bad. And I don't know if Hillary, but Bruce for sure. And but they all made them females because for whatever reason, in the future, somebody wants us to be sexless aliens.
Look, the Gillette commercial coming from a woman's standpoint, because from men's standpoint, he's pissed. So let me tell you, it's one of the examples is there's these little boys playing, they're wrestling, and this guy comes. They're wrestling, they're getting dirty, they're fighting.
They're grappling, they're doing some jiu-jitsu, putting them in a beautiful rear naked choke.
No, it wasn't that. They were just being little boys. There was no blood. There was no broken arms, whatever. And this big fat dude runs over and he's like, Don't play like that, boys. We don't behave like this. And before, the other men are like, boys will be boys. Fuck yeah, boys will be boys. Boys are supposed to get little scrapes and scabs and wrestle with their friends. And
they want to turn us all into trannies, I'm telling you.
Wait, but I'm saying, like, it's not that. It's just, I think they're trying to make men so sensitive. I would not want, me as a woman, I would not want a sensitive man that wouldn't let my son play in the dirt.
Oh, who knows? And like at the end of the day, it is just a bunch of people spilling their feelings.
But check out the Gillette commercial, because I haven't, just check it out.
Well, I think that covers it for today. Modernity has killed us. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors.
Not killed us,
failed us. Fuck, whatever, man. Modernity has failed us. I'm fucking high.
It's failing us.
I wanna give a big shout out to our sponsors, Modern Classic. Make sure you follow them
Get
on
your boyfriend
Instagram
a shirt
at Modern Classic.
Sex is not a gift. I will tell you, ladies, again.
Pure Vape. Thank you for supplying me with not being sure if I'm in this world or not. And I also want to thank you for being a beautiful inspiration to my life. And I love you all, trannies, lesbians, gays, non-genders, cisgenders.
If you don't know what you are yet, we love you too.
Plants, animals, purple, green, black. I love you all. Jews, Mexicans. I love every single one of you. I don't like Nazis, but I love you guys too. So take care. Much love.
Bye.